Hey guys, it's Christy. Welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, I am sick AF today. Thought I had allergies, but I'm pretty sure it's a summer cold, and I always get a summer cold, and I think it's here, and summer colds are the worst. So yeah, I have not combed my hair. I don't really have my makeup done, but here we are. I told you I would update you, and if you don't want to look at me sick, then look at the other side of the screen or turn the video off. That's all I can say. I'm here. So there were a few developments yesterday and this morning in the Eliza Fletcher case. I have her flyer up here because even though there have been developments, the vehicle was found, but Eliza is still missing. So we still need to keep looking for her. Just go over her description again one more time. She's 34 years old, from Memphis, Tennessee. White female, 5'6", 137 pounds, green eyes, brown or blonde hair, pink sports top, blue shorts, and tennis shoes is what she was last seen in. So let's get to some of the developments here. Alright, so I got my notes. Memphis police arrested a man in connection with the kidnapping of missing teacher Eliza Fletcher. Cleotha Abston, 38, was arrested and charged with especially aggravated kidnapping and tampering with evidence. On Saturday, Memphis police said the vehicle had been located, but Eliza had not yet been found. So this is Cleotha. And I've got his, that's an older mugshot, I believe, because here is his booking sheet, and there is no mugshot attached to it. He is a male, looks like born in, I'm sorry, it's really small. Actually, you know what, I'm going to pull it up on my phone so I can see it better and read it for you guys. So date of birth is 11/27/1983, 6 feet tall, 175 pounds, hair color black, hair length short, eye color brown, complexion dark. And then it's got his booking number. He is a black male, non-Hispanic or Latino. He is single, citizen of the United States, born in the United States. His name is Cleotha Abston, but apparently he also goes by Pookie. Yeah, Pookie. Middle name Dwayne. Looks like there's no bond information. I don't think he's going to get bond. So on the 4th, he was charged with especially aggravated kidnapping and tampering with / fabricating evidence. And those are both felonies. So Cleotha was identified as the owner of the SUV that they were looking for. And there was another man arrested, but they said it's not in connection with the kidnapping, but his name is Mario Abston, so it's the same last name. They're saying it's not connected, but it's a little weird to me. I don't know if they're brothers or how they're related, but they do have the same last name. Here is his sheet. Let me pull that up so I can read it. Male, born on February 16th, 1986, 5'11", 189 pounds, black hair, hair length bald. Okay, well, eye color brown, complexion dark brown. His booking number, black, non-Hispanic or Latino. He's also single and citizen of the United States, born in the United States. He doesn't have a fun nickname. Middle name is Deshaun. There's no bond information for him either. And then he was charged with 4 felonies, which are possession of a controlled substance with intent to manufacture and sell fentanyl, possession of a controlled substance with intent to manufacture and sell heroin, and a convicted felon in possession of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. So these two are both great guys. Cleotha is 2 years older than Mario. Like I said, I'm not sure what their connection is, but I would guess they're related somehow. Let's see. So Cleotha was identified as the owner of the black SUV police said Eliza was abducted and forced into. He was apprehended after he was involved in a wreck with an ATF vehicle on Saturday. I've heard that they wrecked into him, I guess, to stop him. If that's not the case, then this guy has really bad luck and just happened to crash into an ATF vehicle. Interesting fact about Pookie, he was arrested in 2000 with kidnapping a Memphis attorney, forcing him into the trunk of his own car and making him withdraw money from several ATMs. And he was just released from his prison sentence on that in November of 2020. How the attorney got away, they took him, so they put the attorney in the trunk, and Cleotha drove off, and he went and picked up 2 or 3 other people that were also charged. And they took him to, it sounds like maybe like a convenience store or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, the attorney was able to yell to like a security guard or something that he had been kidnapped, and Pookie and gang took off on foot, and the security guard called 911. So in that instance, the attorney that had been kidnapped got away. So I would like to think that maybe Eliza's out there somewhere okay. But we just, right now, we don't know. So yesterday I had told you that I thought that Eliza came from a prominent family in the area, and she does. She's actually the heiress to a $1 billion fortune. She's the heiress to a family fortune from, it's Orgill, I hope I'm saying that right, hardware company, which her grandfather built into a global brand that brings in roughly $3 billion a year. I'm not familiar with Orgill hardware. I don't know if maybe they're a company and then they supply like Home Depot and Lowe's. I'm not sure what they do, but they bring in a lot of money every year, and she is the heiress to that fortune. So it's being speculated on, did Pookie target her? Like, does he go after specifically wealthy targets? After being in prison that long, you would think that he wouldn't get out and almost immediately do the same thing, but I mean, criminals never learn sometimes, I guess. There's a few other oddities about this that I'm going to touch on at the end of the video, but I do wonder if he had been watching her for a while. She knew who she was. He knew the amount of money she was tied to, and if that was the motive. A lot of people are speculating that it was a hired job, that somebody paid him to kidnap her. So that all remains to be seen. After the discovery of the car and before the arrest was announced, her family came out and made a statement on video, and I'm going to play that for you now.
My name is Mike Keeney, and I am the uncle of Eliza Fletcher. On behalf of Liza's family, her husband Richie, her children, her mom Adele, her father Beasley, her brother Gil, and all the members of her family, we want to make a brief statement. We want to start by thanking everyone for their prayers and outpouring of support. Liza has touched the hearts of many people, and it shows. We want to thank the Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff Department, TBI, FBI, and all of the other law enforcement agencies who are working tirelessly to find Liza. The family has met with police, and we have shared with them all the information we know. More than anything, we want to see Liza returned home safely. The family has offered a reward for any information that leads to her safe return. We believe someone knows what happened and can help. If you have any information on this crime or Liza's location, call the police at 901-545-COPS or call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Thank you.
Okay, so it's kind of an interesting video. The whole family seems pretty stoic, except the husband, right? He's fidgety like the whole time, and he's wiping away tears that aren't there. And then the dad kind of breaks from being stoic, and he's sort of like side-eyeing, like looking over at the husband to see like what he's doing or how he's reacting, I think. But the husband, he almost looked like, when your kid gets in trouble for something and they're just sort of like, like they got their hand slapped, they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar kind of thing. So I'm kind of wondering what the conversation was before they went on video with their statement, because something about the husband just seemed really off. He's wiping his nose and he's wiping away tears that aren't there, and he's very fidgety. So yeah, they came out with that, and let's see. Police were seen searching dumpsters outside of a McDonald's in Memphis on Saturday evening. And I got a picture somebody took of that. These aren't the greatest pictures, so I apologize. An employee of the McDonald's said clothing matching Eliza's was pulled from the dumpster, but that has not been confirmed. A resident of the area around the McDonald's told news station KWAM they were knocking on doors of houses with cameras to see if we had anything helpful on our ring. They told us to review our footage from yesterday from 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. and send them anything valuable via a phone number they left with us. So if they found clothes, that's interesting. But like I said, that has not been confirmed. An employee said they did, but nobody has really actually confirmed that. And then not long before that search at the McDonald's, there was a raid at an apartment complex, and this picture was taken out of a dirty window with mini blinds, but I cleaned it up as best I could for y'all. So not long before that search at McDonald's, police raided an apartment complex where they engaged in a standoff with a person inside a unit. One resident in the complex posted this photo, showing members of the Memphis Police Department SWAT team preparing for the raid. Officers kicked in the door of an apartment and brought a woman, her daughter, and a baby out. And I haven't heard anything explaining it or saying there is some sort of connection. The timing of it, you kind of wonder, is it significant? It seems like it would be, but I haven't got any specific details on why the raid was performed or what came of the raid. So, a few little oddities. We're entering speculation territory now, just so you know. This stuff is just something to think about kind of stuff, okay? Hang on, let me get a drink before I try to talk anymore. Okay, so this was in one of the Facebook groups. Red flags. So, red flag. You're telling us that in all of Memphis, Pookie manages to kidnap the niece of an attorney who works at the practice where Pookie's previous kidnapped victim worked. That's some odds. And I, for one, in cases like this, coincidences are hard to believe, right? So take a look at this. This was the attorney that was kidnapped. He has since passed away. Look where he works. It's called Lewis Thompson. Where he worked. I'm sorry. Like I said, he has passed away. And then the uncle attorney from the video press conference works at Lewis Thompson. I don't know what it means. I don't know that it means anything. But like that poster said, what are the odds? Like she said, in all of Memphis, he manages to abduct the niece of an attorney that works for the same firm that the attorney he abducted and went to prison for works at. I mean, it's crazy, right? It could just be a coincidence. It could just be one of those odd things that don't make sense in a case. But if so, I mean, Pookie is not having any luck, right? We crashed into the ATF and then this. You know, Pookie, I don't know about Pookie, man. And then there was a news update from Bria Jones, who works at, it's called 3 on Your Side. I'm assuming that's a news station in the area. She said police used DNA from shoes at the scene to identify Cleotha Abston as a suspect in Eliza Fletcher abduction. His brother told officers that he was acting strange. He was seen washing his clothes in the sink and cleaning the interior of his GMC Terrain. So, I'm hoping there's still evidence in the vehicle. Put this up. This was what she was last seen wearing. This is the surveillance footage from right before she was abducted. But I'm hoping Pookie's not a good cleaner. And look, now I'm acting like the husband. I'm wiping my nose. I'm hoping that they can get some sort of trace evidence out of that vehicle that will help aid them in the search for Eliza. Now, in Tennessee law, he's been charged with the, how did they word it? Hold, please. Especially aggravated kidnapping. So, when you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping, if the person you abducted, if you lead them to the person and they're okay, they will factor that in when you go to court. Like, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to get like better sentencing or whatever, but it can be factored in that you cooperated in bringing the victim home. So I would think if she's okay, that Pookie would be talking, that Pookie will want them to find her where she's being held. And then the tampering with evidence, I'm going to guess that that's either when he cleaned his vehicle, that was tampering with evidence because he potentially wiped away fingerprints or DNA or whatever. I'm assuming that's what tampering with evidence is. But If they did in fact find her clothes at McDonald's, I mean, that could also be tampering with evidence that he discarded those. So, like I said, nothing's really been confirmed, but that's just my thoughts on the charges. Of course, there's still people out there speculating that the dad and the nanny, the 22-year-old nanny, were having an affair, and there's rumors out there that Eliza and her husband were separated. Again, there's no confirmation of them being separated or him having an affair. I do know that they had been married for 8 years and they have 2 kids, and it always breaks my heart if the husband's involved. When I think about, like, you've been married this long and you have a family, at what point does money become more important than the person? It's just sad. We don't know that the husband is involved in any way, or the nanny. It's been said that she recently did get an inheritance. I don't know if that's true either. Like I said, we're kind of in speculation territory right now. But it's just something to think about. The husband, at least as I came on to record this, there was no news of him being arrested or anything like that. So for now, we have to assume that he was not involved. I'm sure, police will look and see if there's any connection to Pookie, either directly or through somebody else. I've heard people theorizing that maybe they took the loppers, the whatever they called them, lawn shears, from the house, because they were like, well, maybe Pookie did some work for him. I don't know. I mean, I would think they would check his background, especially having like 2 young children, because Pookie has a juvenile record too for, like, I want to say it's like theft and assault or something, but he has a record that goes way back. But I mean, anything's possible. I know there's a lot of programs out there that help people when they get released from prison to try to get back on their feet or what have you. I mean, so maybe, I don't know. Also, I kind of wonder about the Mario guy with the same last name. His offenses are, it was mostly drugs like fentanyl and heroin and what have you. And they say it's not related, but could she have been drugged after she got grabbed? And not that that's good, but maybe they're keeping her drugged to the point that she can't escape where she is. So, like I said, I'm trying to keep hope alive that Eliza is out there somewhere and that she is going to be found and brought back and reunited with her family. So, continue to share her flyer on social media and use the hashtags Bring Eliza Home and hashtag Eliza Fletcher. And just keep awareness out there that even though there's been an arrest, we still don't know where Eliza is. Give this video a thumbs up to help more people on YouTube see the video so they're aware as well that Eliza is in fact still missing. Even though they found the vehicle, they arrested the guy, we still don't have Eliza. So police are still looking for information about her abduction, about her whereabouts, anything. No tip is too small. I will have all of the numbers linked in the description box below. If you know anything, you saw anything, even if you know anything about Pookie and his behavior around that time, go ahead and call it in. Everything needs to be explored. Everything needs to be looked at. Keep Eliza and her family in your prayers, because this has got to be a horrible time for them to be navigating through. And hopefully we can help bring Eliza home. So share it on your social media, share my video, share the flyer, keep her name out there, let people know she's still out there, If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would encourage you to do so. I'm usually not like this. I'm normally feeling pretty good. And if you subscribe, please click the bell for notifications to all, and you will get notified every time I upload regarding this case or any of the many others that I am covering here. So thank you so much for coming by and spending a little bit of time with me while I'm sick and learning about the updates in Eliza Fletcher's case. I really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all your comments. And I am going to go back to bed and try to get warm. And as always, I will see you in the next one.